مش عم بسمعك يا استاذ جوزيفا.
Hi Thomas.
هلا أستاذ.
وين الباقيين؟
ما بعرف بس بدي أشوف.
Okay, let's start. Exercise 13. كيفك؟
منيح.
Exercise 13. UN and VN are two sequences of real numbers where U1 equals 12 and V1 equals 1 and UN plus 1 equal UN plus 2VN over 3 and Vn plus 1 equals Un plus 3Vn over 4. Part 1. Let Wn equal Vn minus Un. Show that Wn is a geometric sequence whose first term, common ratio are to be determined. How to prove geometric sequence? Yes, Haikaz, how to prove geometric sequence?
بده يصير different times.
To prove a geometric sequence, I have to prove Wn plus 1 over Wn equals a constant number R called common ratio. So to prove a geometric sequence, I have to prove Wn plus 1. So I have to determine Wn, I have Wn, I have to determine Wn plus 1. So Wn is equals Vn minus Un. Wn plus 1, we replace each n by n plus 1. It will become Vn plus 1 minus Un plus 1. It will become Vn plus 1 minus Un plus 1. Vn plus 1 is given by Un plus 3Vn over 4. And Un plus 1 is defined by Un plus 2Vn over 3. We take the LCM, which is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. We get 3Un plus 9Vn. 12 divided by 3 is 4, minus 4Un, minus 8Vn. So it is equal minus Un plus Vn over 12. This is Wn plus 1. So Wn plus 1 over Wn is Vn minus 1 over 12. This is Wn plus 1. over Wn is given Vn minus Un. Simplify. We get 1 over 12. So Wn is a geometric sequence of ratio half. It is required to calculate the first term.
أستاذ ريشو كيف عرفنا half
12, 1 over 12. Since Wn plus 1 over Wn equal 1 over 12, which is constant, we call it ratio 1 over 12 هيدا.
yes
To calculate the first term, I can, since I have V1 and W1, here I have V1 and U1. I cannot calculate W0, I can calculate W1. W1 equal V1 minus U1. W1 equal V1 minus U1 equals 1 minus 12 equal minus 11. W1 equal V1 minus U1 equal 1 minus 12 equal minus 11. Any questions about the first part?
No.
Thomas, any question? Hi, Kaz.
no أستاذ
Did you write?
yes
Part B. Express Wn in terms of n. We have an orang for calculation. Since Wn is a geometric sequence, we have a rule that says Wn equal Wk times r power n minus k. So Wn will be equal W1 equal W1 times r power n minus 1. General rule Wn equal Wk times r power n minus k. So it will be equals W1 is minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. Now to calculate this limit, the limit of Wn as n tends to plus infinity, it's here 1 over 12 to the power infinity, which is 0. Number to the power infinity is 0 if this number is between 0 and 1. 1 over 12 is between 0 and 1, so the limit of 1 over 12 to the power infinity is 0. So limit of Wn as n tends to plus infinity is 0. Anybody need to ask a question?
no
Prove that Un is decreasing and Vn is increasing. Part 2. Show that Un is increasing, is decreasing, and Vn is increasing. How to prove a sequence is increasing or decreasing? How to prove increasing؟ رح أعمل test بهذا الدرس. How to prove the sequence is decreasing? Decreasing in Un plus 1 minus Un should be negative. Increasing Vn plus 1 minus Vn should be positive. So to prove Un is increasing, I have to study the sign of un plus 1 minus un. Un plus 1 is un plus 2vn over 3 minus un over 1. The LCM is 3. So un plus 1 minus un. We replace un plus 1 by its value given. Minus un. The LCM is 3. So un plus 2vn minus 3un. It will become minus 2un plus 2vn over 3. We take 2 common, 2 over 3 into vn minus un. Vn minus un is wn. It's here 2 over 3. Wn, it is calculated in the previous part as minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. This one is a negative quantity, so un is decreasing. Now to prove Vn is increasing, Vn plus 1 minus Vn, we replace Vn by its value un plus 3Vn minus Vn. We take the LCM, so un plus 3Vn minus 4Vn over 4. So un minus Vn, which is minus Wn. So minus 1 over 4 Wn. It is equal minus 1 over 4 times minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1, which is positive. Minus times minus is positive, so Vn is increasing. Hi, Kaz, did you finish writing?
Yes.
Prove that un, part 3a. How to prove that un greater than Vn?
UN minus VN.
I take un minus Vn. Un minus Vn is minus Wn. So Wn equal Vn minus un is minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. It is less than 0. Means Vn minus un is negative. Means that un is greater than Vn. Un is greater than Vn for every n. Un greater than Vn for every n. How to deduce that the two sequences are convergent? We are going to deduce that the two sequences are convergent. Yes, Haikaz, how to prove convergent? If the sequence is decreasing and bounded from below, it is convergent. And if the sequence is increasing and bounded from above, it is convergent. So here, since we proved that un less than vn, since we proved that here,
Stage امتى بتصير divergent؟
divergent whenever the limit tends to infinity. So un is greater than vn for every n, means un is greater than v1. Since un is greater than vn for every n, means un is greater than v1, the first term. So un is greater than 1, and v1 is 1. So un is greater than 1. And un is decreasing, then un is convergent. I repeat, since un greater than vn means un less than v1 for every n. So, and un is decreasing means un is convergent. Similarly, vn is less than un. Then vn is less than u1, which is 12. So vn less than un for every n. Vn less than vn less than u1. So vn is less than 12. And vn is increasing, then vn is convergent. So decreasing and bounded from below, convergent. Increasing and bounded from above, convergent.
يعني استاذ لما بيصير plus infinity بيصير divergent، لما بيصير constant number convergent. استاذ فيني نشوف مرة ما كتبت سطر.
اوكي يلا.
done.
ما عم يطلع صوته توماس.
نايم.
نايم. هيك الهيئة. For all natural numbers n, let Tn equal 3un plus 8Vn. Prove that the sequence Tn is constant. How to prove Tn is constant?
Tn plus 1.
Tn plus 1. Tn plus 1 is equal to 3un plus 1 plus 8 into Vn plus 1. كان Tn عندنا 3un. Tn plus 1 بصير 3un plus 1 plus 8Vn plus 1. Equals 3 into un plus 1 is un plus 2Vn over 3. 3 and 3. Plus 8, Vn plus 1 is un plus 3Vn over 4. I simplify, this one will becomes 2. So Tn plus 1 is equal un plus 2Vn plus 2un plus 6Vn equals 3un plus 8Vn. So Tn plus 1 equal Tn, then Tn is constant.
أستاذ هلا الأسبوع الجاي بدنا نعمل مسابقات شو اسمه مدرسة.
ما بعرف ليش، شو قالكم المدير؟ هذا قالكم شيء؟
ما بعرف، هيك عم بيقولوا.
ما حدا خبرني.
أستاذ أنتوا عملتوا جواب مع شو اسمه teachers.
شو عملنا؟ What we have done? Okay. Deduce the expressions of un and vn in terms of n. How to find the constant? But I mean deduce the expressions of un and vn in terms of n. Deduce the expressions of un and vn in terms of n. هلا Tn is a constant. To find the value of this constant هو عملنا deduce. To find the value of this constant, so Tn plus 1, since it is constant, طلعت معنا Tn plus 1 equal Tn. So Tn بتطلع equal Tn minus 1, Tn minus 1 equal etc. بصير Tn plus 1 equal T1. T1 is 3U1 plus 8V1 equal 3 into 12 plus 8 into 1, we get 44.
نفس الشيء.
Yes, Haikaz.
نفس الشيء.
ما عم بسمعك، عم يقطش الصوت. Tn plus 1, since it is constant, all the terms equal to a constant number. So Tn plus 1 equal Tn equal T1. 3U1 plus 8V1 equal 3 into 12 plus 8 into 1 equal 44. Then we do an equation of two unknowns. Tn equal 44 and Wn equal minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. This is a system of two equations. Tn is 3Un plus 8Vn equal 44. Wn is minus Un plus Vn equal minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. Two equations, two unknowns. تطلع معنا UN after solving. UN تطلع معنا 4 plus 8 times half times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. والVN equal 4 minus 3 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. Two equations in two unknowns.
أستاذ شو صار هلا هون؟ Tn is constant. Tn plus 1 equals Tn equals T1. بصير equals to
Yes.
T2 ولا لا؟
بصير T2 T3 وT4 وT0 وT اللي بدك اياهم.
Okay.
بس حطيتها T1 because I can calculate T1.
عنا.
شو؟
لأنه عنا U1 and V1.
Yes. لو عندنا T2 عندنا U2 V2 كنا قلنا equal to T2.
أستاذ second equation شو؟ Tn equals 44. Second one من وين جبناه؟
WN لقينا فوق هيدا WN here. Wn equal minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. So Wn equal minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. Tn is 3Un plus 8Vn equal 44. Wn is minus Un plus Vn equal minus 11 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1. Two equations by two unknowns. بضرب تحت ب3 بلاقي ال Vn. So un equal 4 times 8 times 1 over 12 to the power n minus 1, Vn equal this one.
Okay, Steve.
Did you finish writing?
Yes.
Yes. Now show that Tn, show that un and Vn are convergent to the same limit. Show that un and Vn are convergent to the same limit. نجيب الليمت. Limit of un, هيدا un, as n tends to infinity, equal 4. 1 over 12 to the power infinity is 0. Number to the power infinity is 0. So 4 plus 8 into 0 equal 4. Limit لل Vn بتصير 4 minus 3 times 1 over 12 to the power infinity. 1 over 12 to the power infinity is 0. We get 4. So the two limits, the two sequences are convergent to the same limit, which is 4.
ستيف كل مرة بيسأل ليميت ناخد انفينيتي.
Yes, لأن قلنا هيكاز ال n هي natural number. ال n هي natural number بالسيكونس. ال n هي natural number. يعني 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is all for this exercise and for today.
اوكي. يلا باي ستيف.
يلا. See you tomorrow morning.
مورنينج. اوكي.
وعندكم بكرة بعد ال 11 عندكم شيء بالمدرسة ما بعرف شو عندكم. You are going to watch a video or I don't know.
اوكي.
يلا.
باي باي.
See you.
See you.
Bye.
باي.
Bye.